Hello my good students. Welcome back to our War on the Sea Let's Play series as the glorious Imperial Japanese Navy, the nearly undefeated Navy at that as well. So we're carrying straight on again from our previous episode where we are stationing this task force here outside of the Guadalcanal area. Just protecting the invasion force there, making sure no surprise convoys come up out of the backs as they have done previous episodes. And we're going to be looking to sink some convoys that we saw in the previous episode as well, lurking around. We did find two. One of them we lost sight of and didn't manage to touch, and the other we were constantly harassing with planes, but did not manage to completely sink. So that's what we're going to be trying to do here on the strategic map. So let's go over to that. Right then, so first things first, we're going to bring our resupplied I-15 down back over here as well. It's going to be screening this side of Guadalcanal. What time is it? It's 9:19 in the morning. We have some Kates coming back to base who might actually instantly try and rearm the Ryujo over here and do that. But before that gets out, I think we're going to try and launch some Zeros to do some scouting. The Zeros are actually going to come this way, and they're going to come down to the south here. They're going to launch some more Jakes off of Takao and the Mogami class cruisers over here. They're going to try and watch out for the supply ships that we did see in the previous episode. So let's get another one off of there. And just double checking, just follow roughly the same course that the other Jake is doing. It's going to double back on itself to try and pick up anything. Because one thing we've seen throughout this Let's Play is that the AI has some ultra fast ships, or it feels like that sometimes. Yeah, that's okay. There we go. Yeah, so they look like they're retreating, which is brilliant stuff. So what have we got left? 2 heavy cruisers and 5 merchants and 2 destroyers. Okay, so that could still pose quite the threats to Guadalcanal, but they are of course retreating. I think we are going to try and hit that with some more Kates. We have 12 available, so that's one good flight of Kates. Ryujo's now ready to launch, so that's what we're going to do. Go straight over there. No dilly-dallying from us. We are going to keep, for most of this episode, I think, our task force here parked at Guadalcanal, just in case, because there was that second force out there. And we have been caught by surprise a few times in a couple episodes ago, which is why we still haven't recaptured Guadalcanal completely. But we are now right on top of this fleet. This is covered by a storm, which is actually beneficial to our planes. We are on their flanks here. So we're going to double check the formation here. We should have a couple that are already damaged. Like this one here, we can see is rather a bad state. What we're going to do, I think, is actually leave that one and try and go for the 2 at the rear at least, I think. No, we did hit the Northampton as well, didn't we? I forgot about that. So I think what we're going to do is get one on the Northampton. One flight over here and keep one in reserve to see what happens, I think. Sounds like a good plan to me. Just to make sure we do sink something, because we're doing rather well, aren't we, command points wise. We'd like to invest. So yeah, the number 1 is the Northampton. I'll just start identifying these so we can see what's going on the map a bit easier. That is Northampton. Number 4 is all the way back here, so we'll identify that will probably be yeah, okay, it'll be number 3 over here, I imagine. So let's get this one in position. First flight of Kates can go over to Northampton. I think we are going to tell them to speed up as well, actually. We'll speed up to 170-ish. Get this flight over, they can form up in Vic, and they will also speed up to about 170-ish. Yeah, let's match them as much as we can. They went close to 175, didn't they? And these ones can stay in reserve, I think. They are going to keep pace with the other ones though. They're going to stay in reserve just over here. Let's go. So I am in two minds about what sorts of formations we should be taking with our planes, because Vic seems to be getting consistent results in that they're consistently shit. That's not entirely fair, is it? We have had some good results with them. We have sunk a lot, but the thing is, if we get a good attack pattern or attack path with the line ahead, all of the torpedoes, like I say, will hit. And against transport ships like this, that's absolutely fine to hit 3 or 4 torpedoes in one area of the ship. But when it comes to something like a Northampton, which is pretty dead in the water, it's going at a lovely 5 knots. What's the other one going at? Yeah, so number 7 over here is going at 4. We might be able to get away again with only hitting this with like 1 or 2 torpedoes. But I don't really want to. I don't want to risk it. We're going to go full force, only get a couple ships because they're clearly retreating. So we can get away with only hitting a couple ships in this engagement. We are very close now, about 4 or 5 kilometers away from them. So what we're going to do is actually slow down and make sure we are able to get these torpedoes off, and not forget about that like we did a while ago, fighting the battleships when we couldn't get our torpedoes off, which must have been, like I said, because we were going too fast. So we're going to tell this lot to attack, and we're going to tell this lot to attack as well, and see how that goes. And once they've dropped and we see the results, we're going to send in this flight of Kate to see what's left. They're going to stay out. We would usually be under AA fire by now, but of course the rain is covering us, really reducing their visibility. Only now that we're just under 2 kilometers in range are they starting to fire at us. Oh, that's very tempting. I might just change this one's target to number 4, because that is looking very juicy. And if we miss with some rear torpedoes here, we might actually get the one behind. We do have this flight of Kates in reserve as well, just in case we don't sink this one. We can go straight for the back one, which is brilliant stuff. Okay, we're going to look at the actual report there very quickly. We did lose, what? We've lost, hang on, lost a whole flight of Kates there, which is very unfortunate, but they did get their attack off. That looks like it was one that was going for the Northampton, but it's fine. We have sunk the Northampton. It's just been confirmed for us. Also with the number 4, which took 1, 2, 3 hits, which is brilliant as well. Nothing on the number 7 by the looks of it, but that's absolutely fine. So we're going to take a quick action report and see what we can do about that. Number 7's heavy and heavy. Okay, I think what we're going to do is get this lot to come over. Actually, what we're going to do is get these 3 to form up. This one is actually going to break. And this single one is going to go for the number 4, which is in critical damage, in critical condition. Come back round and actually target that, and the rest of them can go for number 4, I think. I've got the wrong. Okay, so it's number 7 we want to target with this one. So that's the one in critical condition already, completely dead in the water. Should be an easy target there, as should this one, because the speed is, if we target it, we'll find out. It's now sunk. Excellent stuff. So we can actually go for another ship if we want to. So they're going to stay on course. We're going to watch what these torpedoes do here. We've got one that might just hit the number 3 and one that might also hit the number 5 over here. So that one's not looking so likely. What's been hit there? Number 3's been struck. So I think I might actually go for that one, which would be amazing if we could sink that. This is a nice, lovely Brucey bonus. Which one's that been hit? Number 5 did get hit as well. Excellent stuff. Oh, we got some choices here. But yeah, I think we're going to go for number 3, I think, because that seems to be the most damaged at the moment. Brilliant. So with this one nearly in range, I think we're going to tell it to attack. This we're going to change their course and tell them to go straight for number 3. And then we can get them to attack properly once they've turned around. Which is just about now. Yeah, I'll tell them to attack now. That's fine. And this one, we're just going to double check this one has properly sunk, because I get the feeling the husk of this ship will actually block some torpedoes, so we're actually going to have to be a bit careful about that. Oh, the fire's broken out on here as well now. Look at that. Number 3. Where are we? Yeah, that's okay, moderate and minor, but the fire's massive now. Okay, I think we're going to be okay with this, so we are going to tell it to attack. It's got no target. That's strange. Make sure it's attacking that. There we go. Yeah, I don't think we need to worry about the torpedoes hitting the husk of that ship now. It's sunk far enough that it shouldn't obstruct anything. And these are looking at a decent line as well. We should get 1 or 2 hits there. Should be just fine. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. Just going to double check this. Yeah, we can see the torpedo going through there. That's brilliant stuff. We'll destroy this. We hit it on the bow there. The camera lights will just flip over when stuff happens. I'm not liking that at all. So number 7 was in fact struck, and it's gone straight down. Brilliant stuff. So that's 3 good ships down. This one's been struck by 1 torpedo. Fortunately, it didn't take one of the bow there, but that should be enough now. That's what I'm hoping anyway. So we're going to order a retreat. Won't take long, and just compress time a bit. We'll see if this one does go down a bit. Well, after waiting for quite a while for that, we did not actually manage to sink the number 3 in the end there. It was only on heavy and heavy. That's okay. We can live with that. So we got 13 command points. We sunk a couple convoy ships, and we sunk a heavy cruiser as well. So that's not leaving many Northamptons about at all, which is brilliant stuff. So yeah, brilliant. We'll just need to keep patrolling now. We're going to send these capes back to base, and we're going to let the Ryujo to rearm itself, get some more planes on, and we're going to carry on with our patrols, and I'll see you once we sight some more enemies. So the night's passed, and we're now at about 9 o'clock in the morning, and we have just got a first sighting of another fleet. This is a new fleet to us. It's consisting of 4 destroyers, 2 light cruisers, and 2 heavy cruisers. No doubt, perhaps, a conglomeration of the surviving aircraft carrier escort and some more destroyers there. So we're going to track their movement once we can. This scout, unfortunately, out of fuel. And this Jake from the I-17 here is also returning, so we're going to launch that again once it has refueled. But I think what we're going to do is actually launch some planes from Ryujo and send them over there. We are going to keep Takao Task Force in place here, just in case something sneaks up. Our scouting hasn't been 100% reliable as of yet, so we're going to stay there just to make sure, because I have also got 2 more supply ships of my own, bringing supplies and troops to reinforce Guadalcanal, perhaps for one final time. So see you in a second. So, only like an hour or so has passed in game time, and we've managed to make contact with the enemy surface fleet over here. And what a fleet it is. Look at the size of that over there. We're going to let the game pass over so we can actually spot them on the map. It's looking like a county, a New Orleans, Perth. That looks like a damaged Brooklyn over there, so this must be the remnants of the carrier fleet that we saw a few episodes ago and sunk their dual Lexington. So it's making me very pleased to actually engage this now. So we've got a couple options here. We could go for the heavy cruisers New Orleans and County here, Or we could try and get an almost guaranteed kill by going for this damaged Brooklyn, which is already listing rather a lot. You can see it's undercarriage there. We did actually also hit the Perth. So I think what we're going to do is get 2 flights onto the New Orleans here and 1 flight onto the Perth. That sounds like a decent idea. So I'm going to identify them to make it a little bit easier to use the map on them. We're going to go for heavy cruiser New Orleans here. How many of those do we have left to sink? 1, 2, 3, 4 left. Excellent. Well, here's one. Hopefully we'll get this one down this episode. I would love that. So usual stuff. Form up into, make sure we have a Vic formation up. Just double checking. And we are going to climb down. We're going to retreat back over here because we are already being fired upon. We're going to get this group to go for New Orleans as well and do the same. Make sure they're formed up properly. And they're going to retreat over. Take the time to dive down. Yep, that'll do. And we have this Perth over here to go for. What we're going to do is issue our orders first and then identify the ship. So, which is now, okay, light cruisers, it's not American, it's Abdicom forces. Oh, that is dead in the water completely actually, look at that. You know, that really shouldn't be allowed to actually move on the strategic map if it's dead in the water and tactical. It really should have to either be discussed or allowed to be sent home, really, shouldn't it? Because it's in terrible condition if that's the case. But so we're taking heavy flak over here. Just trying to sight them myself, but so we're at a decent distance. We should be fairly safe. Should be fairly safe. I'm going to compress time and catch you back when we are in range, I think. Okay, so we're now pretty much in range. We're going to have to change our angles of attack very briefly because they are taking evasive manoeuvres, all apart from the Perth, which I think we're doing fairly well with actually because it is dead in the water. I'm going to try and get a better angle there just to make sure it's more accurate. But with the other attack groups, I think we're going to have to go southwards a bit and come up around here for the New Orleans. This does mean it's going to be a little more dangerous and hazardous for us. It gives us more time in their AA fire, which is not great. But I would love to make sure we get this. I'm going to increase our speeds a little bit for these 2 attack flights, just so we can get round into position a bit easier. This lot, I think I might tell to attack now, actually. No point waiting. Actually, what I might do is get them to... Do I want them to attack the New Orleans? How's the Perth looking? This is a bit of a question now. Because the New Orleans is turning for us. Tell you what, we'll get them to just carry on with the Perth for the moment, see what happens. Yeah, I think we're okay there. Let's get this lot to attack the New Orleans, and this lot can change its position just a tad more, I think. We're going to go like that. Just see this lot. They're definitely going to lose some planes, aren't they? Let's just increase our speed a tad while we're making approach, and then we can just drop a bit of speed off when we get closer. Which I think will have to be now. I want these torpedoes to drop. Although we are losing a lot of Kates, that's not going to happen, is it? Oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, that's a suicide run. We've forgotten about this lot. Reduce speed and attack. And this lot can reduce speed as well and go for an attack as well. This may not be very successful here. Not as much as we'd have liked anyway. But I'd be very happy if we could at least get the New Orleans, which does seem to be stopping now. Oh, dearie mate, dearie mate. Okay, so clearly not an ideal strike there. The New Orleans took 1, 2, just 3 torpedoes, and that's all of the torpedoes that actually hit out of what we launched there. There we go, got one over here. That's a Porter we hit as well, so that's not so bad. That's weakened another ship for later engagements. Might also just nab one on the Brooklyn here, but that is slowing down a little too dramatically, I think, to get any hits. It's rather sad there. We could have got that there. So that's unfortunate, but you know, a weakened fleet there. Very much needed for any surface engagements. Hey, we did get it. Oh dearie me. So yeah, again rather unfortunate. But look at that list there. Oh my god. His deck's nearly underwater there. So we haven't issued a retreat. We're going to issue one now. Did lose far too many Kates, but oh my god, look at this in the back as well. What is it with the AI and panicking about and then just ramming? Jesus Christ. I would take that free damage though. I'm sure it's only minor damage, but it all adds up. They all count, my friend. So yeah, what we're going to do is just retreat, take a battle report, and I think we're going to try and engage this with our surface fleet. Now this is actually softened up a bit. I don't think this will be much of a problem at all. And I may have a new surprise waiting for you, so hopefully we'll get to use that in this episode. So I'll see you in a second. We'll just take reports actually very quickly for you. So the Porter's on heavy, which is brilliant. The New Orleans is on heavy, which is great. And okay, how's the county looking? Minor and minor. Okay, not a problem. We can take that. Not a problem at all. So they're going to return to base, and I'll see you once we've done some more scouting and something's happened. Okay. Well, this is a first. Our Ryujo has got a surface engagement, but nothing has been sighted on the map. So you know what that means, ladies and gentlemen? We have been sighted by an enemy submarine. Now this shouldn't be too bad. We have dodged torpedoes in the past. In fact, that looks like that's them over there. So all we need to do is actually order a retreat and dodge these torpedoes. Why can't I? There we go. I was pressing the wrong buttons. If there's wondering why we're not moving then. But yeah, oh, that's interesting. That is very interesting. I've not seen this before. That's 2 spreads of torpedoes. Means there's 2. Okay, we are in big trouble if that's the case. We need to reverse now, like earlier. We need to already be reversing. That's 2 submarines. Okay, well what we need to do is actually invest in some, with our command points, in a basic flotilla of destroyers to actually escort our Ryujo now, I think. Because if we're starting to get this, then yeah, we will be in absolute pain. So we are going to turn our rear to starboard here and reduce or create a tighter angle for these to get. But of course the carrier is not the most not the most maneuverable of ships here. But this second spread is going to completely miss. So we are going to activate our Euro beats and torpedo beats, start running in the 90s. I think this one might just hit here. So we're going to change our rudder a little bit, keep reversing just for a tad. Then I think what we're going to do is full speed ahead and turn to starboard again. Ooh, look at that! Turn, increase speed. Go on. No. Oh. Yes. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, we have been the victim of a happy victim of the famous American dud. God bless America. Okay, so we need to not get ahead of ourselves because They might be tempted to fire another spread since we have no destroyers here. Again, we can't do anything about it. We can't launch aircraft at all while we're in engagement, which is a bit strange, but you know, that's how things work apparently. And that'll be it, I think. Just make sure we're dodging. That was very close though. That would have done some horrible damage. Do not want to have to release the Ryujo. It's been integral to our strategy so far. We have won every victory we have because of the Ryujo. But okay, I think we've survived this. So let's compress time for the last few seconds and just leave. Excellent stuff. So we are instantly going to sort this out with UC. Just as a bit of an update, while I kept you on absence, we have also had a couple air engagements on our Takao task force. I didn't bother you with them because it was only against fighters and nothing too tense. We managed to actually down a lot of them. What we're going to get is some Fubikis. We're going to get, how much do they cost? I think we'll get 2 of them. We'll get 2. But they were clearly carrier-based aircraft, so we're going to need to look out for that again in subsequent episodes. And of course, for now. But I think we're going to set the course down here for now, go to Ryujo, and that will set us up quite nicely. So I'll join you back when something else has happened, hopefully getting one more engagement for the end of the episode there. Alright, we have hit the jackpot here. We have stumbled across another American supply convoy here. But it's at night and we are right in front of them. Possibly outmatched here, but the eagle-eyed among you may have noticed that we have a certain thing here. No, fear not, my friends, for we have the... Oh yes, it's that time, ladies and gentlemen. The most famous battleship in history is ours to command. Victory is assured. We are going to pummel them. Oh, look at that thing. Oh, 460mm main battery guns at our disposal. We're going to waste no time in identifying this Pensacola and unleashing absolute hell on it. We're going to ask Mr. Yamato to fire a full HE spotting round, and the thing is, its secondaries are so big that, look at this, some of them rely mostly on armor piercing with a limited HE stock. In fact, if we go closer, I'll just show you. This third one here, and I believe this one, and this one, and of course this at the back, they are all 155mm guns. To put that into perspective of how big they are, these are actually taken off of the original Mogami cruisers, which were built under the restrictions of the London Naval Treaty. The Mogami we see here is the refit after building Yamato and after breaking the London Naval Treaty with these 203mm guns. So they had all of these but 155s, and they were used to become secondary mounts on Yamato and Musashi. Absolute monster of a ship this is. We're going to get some star shells, of course, over the fleet there with our destroyers. Oh, this is absolutely amazing. We are, of course, going to identify all these ships before we unleash such fire over them. But this is a new heavy cruiser for us, actually. Should we have a look at what it might be? I think it might be a Baltimore. So, you know, it looks like a Wichita, doesn't it? Yeah, it's a Wichita. Okay, interesting. The only Wichita in its series, which is excellent. We have the honour of making the Yamato's maiden bloodshed. A very special kill indeed. Excellent stuff. Oh, I've been waiting for this. We're going to get the rest of our destroyers to fire HE at their cargo ships. I'm just going to make sure we identify that one. Even though we know what it is, of course we get a better solution if we do identify it properly. We're going to get Kumano to fire on Pensacola as well. We're going to get HE full spot, or AP rather full spot, and HE on the secondaries. Atago is going to fire on the Wichita, I think. That's going to go spotting as well. So, without any further ado, I think we're actually going to go towards their flank. We're going to make sure we form up and stay in the circular formation here. Going to do like that, and we're going to tell everyone to go this way to their flank, so hopefully we can get to their supply ships as well. And we're going to go full speed. Yamato can actually reach, for its size, a rather decent 27 kilometers, and that can go on par with the Americans' battleships as well, which is brilliant stuff. Oh, just missed. Oh my god, look at that. Even the noise of its guns is amazing. But the range is not quite as close as we thought. It's actually 15 kilometers, which is okay. It's okay, we can deal with that. We have sighted one of the destroyers over here. That, I'm not entirely sure what sort that is. We'll take the time to identify it right now. Where is DD? I think it's something like a Gleaves, actually. Do you think so? It's looking like a Gleaves to me. Yeah, let's take that. Brilliant stuff. Very similar to Fletcher, the appearance there. This is another one here. Brilliant. Okay, what are we doing? What are we doing? Firing at the Pensacola. Excellent. Let's keep going. Actually, the Makiguma is probably not going to have range. Oh, it is firing. Okay. Ooh. Was that a... No. I thought we took a hit there. It's just us firing. I did actually have a submarine very close, but it appears it's not actually in range, which is rather a shame. Let's see if the Yamato can fire off some spotting shells from its secondaries, actually, just to get something going. And we're going to start firing a more narrow spotting spread from its main battery guns. Oh, those guns! Those guns, they sound so good. Oh. We can now take more decisive surface engagements, something that's we really need. So now that we have the Yamato, which has been a goal of mine for quite a while, as you may have been able to tell, we are going to try and invest points in perhaps a second surface fleet. So we've got more mobility and general control. Here's another collision hit. Let's have a look there. Only minor damage, Jesus Christ. We might just try and take advantage of that, actually. Oh, I've just fired, so we're going to tell it to hold and see what happens there. You know what I'm planning. Oh, dearie me. We're going to get Makiguma, actually, to stop... Let's fire at the Pensacola, isn't it? Let's stop firing at the Pensacola and fire off some star shells. Excuse me, on the Gleaves here. What is the rest of us firing at? I think destroyers should just focus on their destroyers, actually. Let's fire narrow spotting. Yugamo, you can stop firing over here as well because they're fully retreating. We're not going to get anything decent off. Let's fire like that, thank you very much. We're going to keep watching the Yamato's reload. And try and get some manual shots off before the enemies sort themselves out after this collision. Oh my god. Oh, okay, so we have reloaded. And we're going to fire AP, of course. Just to make sure that's fine. And we're going to fire, I think, just over here. It's got to adjust its... okay, that should be fine. Just stop with that and fire off a spotting round now. Might just hit, might just miss. We'll see. Could take longer than we think for the shells to land. I think we should have aimed over to their starboard a little more because they are turning rather a lot. Oh, that looked decent though. We did get a hit in. That was a very good hit if I do say so myself. I might even do that again because they are going just straight now. How badly did that hit them? Okay, only that was moderate flooding though. Decent, decent. Okay. They're not going particularly fast, are they? Just need to watch out for this turn. So we're going to fire off another mangled shot here. I'm going to go, I think, over here. And let it fire automatically after that. I'm going to watch our cruiser's own spreads. We're going to turn that to narrow spotting. Check. Is that coming in? Might have not led that enough. Oh, just that was a decent shot, but we just straddled this a little too much there. That was just unfortunate spread. Very unfortunate there. Alright, so just double checking people's solutions again and making sure they're firing exactly what we want them to. Just going to change some things to narrows, and this is actually firing okay, the Yugamo here. I think we're going to just change that to normal narrows. I think we're going to do the same for Kumano here as well. Just get that on so it properly tries to hit. And the Atago, yeah, that's doing okay as well. We're going to fire properly like that. Yamato is going to be the problem here. It's still on a 40-ish %. We are closing the distance though. Just watching out there for any possible collisions. Are taking some hits, but it's nothing major. The Yamato's armour is immense. If we have a look at it, the belt itself is 410 millimeters. The deck is 230. The magazine is 450. It's brilliant stuff. And the torpedo defense is 90% with a lot of, well, a layer of gappage or bulge between general sectors and its engineering, which is very centralized here. We are going to think about firing off some torpedoes actually. Look at Yugamo. Oh my god, the Yugamo's firing solution is amazing now. So we are going to turn on our sonars, just in case. We're going to fire all of our possible torpedoes at a, I think, 2-degree spread here, while we have a decent solution. And hopefully, I'm not necessarily hoping to hit the Gleaves, I'm more hoping to hit the cruisers behind. We're going to check what we can do with Kumano here. I think I'm going to try and get a... just look at the ranges. So that's, yeah, easily in range there. We're going to try and fire off a manual spread of torpedoes. Which side are we on? We're on the starboard side, so we want to activate these ones and deactivate these. Learn the lesson from last time, eh? These are just to create a wider spread of torpedoes, just to make them think about something else. Not necessarily hoping to hit anything there. That would be lovely, wouldn't it? I think we're going to fire off some star shells from its secondary guns. We're going to get them to fire some spotting shells as well again, because the solution is going down again. Do need to keep those up, unfortunately. And we're going to check everyone else's solutions again. Akazuki's not doing too great. Yamato, oh, it's going down. That is very sad. We're going to fire some full spotting then, I think. It does look like we're getting hits on something there. What is it? We got a hit on the first Gleaves here. Excellent stuff. How are we doing with the... oh, okay. Looks like Pensacola's peeling off. That's why we're not getting a good solution. If that's the case, we're going to concentrate fire on the Wichita. Where is Yamato? We're going to stop its directors firing at that and go for the Wichita, please. What we're going to do is fire full spotting, and the same over here. It's the Kumano going for the Pensacola, isn't it? It does have a decent, it could build up that solution, I think. But what we're going to do is just carry on for the Wichita. and it's going to fire some star shells over that because it's not particularly well illuminated, is it? And it is coming full force for us. The Takao is doing very well with it. So we're going to do a narrow and make sure it's firing properly. Those torpedoes aren't looking too bad at the moment, are they? We're in range to start using our lights, so that's not bad at all. What I might do is get us to actually turn round a little bit. So we're going to turn in, actually. Get them to move out like that. And can see the smoke coming off now. We should have some decent damage on the Gleaves there. Should we take a report? So the Gleaves, yeah, it's all minor. Okay, fair enough. Nothing massive. But we've got moderate damage to the cruisers, which is where it's at. It's exactly what we want here. Alright, so we can see our torpedoes closing in now after a bit of a wait, but unfortunately I think the Gleaves are going a little too quick for that there, which is rather unfortunate. Might just clip one if we're lucky. Yeah, so that is bound to sink it there. It's taken far too much fire. Let's just take a little report again. Yeah, critical damage and heavy flooding there. It looks like we've got some hits as well. Oh yeah, it's looking a bit battered there, isn't it, on the Wichita? You can just tell which shells the Yamato is landing in with the thunder of the crash into the waves there. Yugumo's taken a couple hits there. How are we looking? Okay, some flooding on the bows. Okay, alright. I think what we're going to do is actually... It's tempting to make her break off and retreat a little, but I really don't think that's needed. We're just going to tell Makigumos to control the fleet and turn up a little bit more, I think, and go down here. We might even just reduce our speed a little bit there. I'm still hopeful that these torpedoes hit the Wichita, but it really depends on how what it fancies doing with its speed. We're going to look at the Gleaves again. I think we can probably leave that now. Yeah, we'll just glance at it a little bit more. Should be fine to leave that. I don't think it's firing. So what we're going to do is actually change our destroyer's targets again to the second Gleaves here. Not very well illuminated, so we are going to fire off some more star shells, but I think we're going to do that with... oh, the Akazuki doesn't carry any, does it? Okay, that's not a problem. So we're going to tell this one to fire properly then, over here. Yugumo, how are you doing? You got some star shells, haven't you? Yeah, you got star shells for days. We can fire off some of those. Fire a full spread, please. And that will do there, I think. Now we have got on top of the flooding as much as we can as well. The Gleaves is now sinking, so it was a good call to go for a change of target there so we don't lose any time. Excellent stuff. Yeah, alright, we just need to watch out for some torpedoes they may be launching now because they are turning for it. It's gaining sight again with their cargo ships, not a problem. Absolutely not a problem, is what we want. And we already have a very nice targeting solution on this Gleaves here. So we're going to double check that with everyone. Yugumo, yeah, you can stop firing star shells, absolutely fine. No need for that. We're right on top of them. We've got our searchlights on them. Again, like I say, we are going to try and watch out for torpedoes. Looks, I don't know if that's just their trail. We're going to go over to them and have a look there. Yeah, okay, it's just their trail we can see, not a torpedo trail, which is great stuff. It looks like the torpedoes over here are going to come off the bow a bit over here, so they are going to miss the Wichita. This would be a really nice game though. Like I say, it's the only Wichita in the series. You see in the background there, oh, this poor Gleaves taking a barrage of fire. That better not be Yamato on fire. It's got a terrible firing solution, doesn't it? Let's go for spotting fire on it. And try and illuminate this again with some star shells over here, I think. But actually, its speed, it is rather close to us. Its speed is rather great. But I think we might try and get another manual set on. Go over here, I think. See how that goes. Hold again. Just see. It's difficult trying to judge exactly where to aim. sometimes. That looked pretty good though. That must have been it, right on their bow. I will take credit for that. Oh, so good. I don't think we're going to try pursuing the rest of their convoy. We'll see what happens. See what happens there. The Gleaves here though, we're going to check what damage it's on now. It is on heavy. What we might do is again turn around. Oh, we are turning around, brilliant. We'll just make it a tighter turn just to make sure we've got all of our guns coming off there. Not entirely sure what Atago's doing all the way over here, but alright, fair enough. This is staying out of the way. Oh, look at that. That's the charge of the Light Brigade there. I'm just going to snap on over here again because we are very nearly loaded with our Yamato again. And I think we're going to aim just a little bit closer than last time and trying to account for our turning a tad. Try and hit them there, I think. Let's actually hold again because we need to turn our turrets. That's going to put us off quite a bit. Yeah, looks like we're not firing just yet. We are rather close. Why are you not firing, Yamato? What's your angle on them? Okay, it might be because we can't get a decent angle. Yeah, it's just our rear gun that's firing. Not a problem, not a problem. That's okay. Yeah, look at that angle on the map. We do need to turn around, not a problem. Yugumo's taking on more flooding. That's okay, we got on top of the rest of it. It should only be light damage. Okay, we can deal with this. And that is the Wichita sinking. Brilliant, okay. Excellent stuff. Battered that one. Oh my god. Oh dear me, maybe we will try and catch up with the rest of the fleet. Although I am very happy with this. We can always withdraw back to Guadalcanal. Yeah, that's none of our ships actually on fire. It's just this Gleaves. Excuse me, just this Gleaves going now, and that is taking a massive beating. Surprised it's got this far actually. You know what, Yamato, you have 120 HE shells. I want you to use them. If we tell it to hold there, it should turn its guns over. I think we're going to tell everyone else to cease. We're going to try and save some ammunition. Yeah, that'll stop it there. Brilliant. Yamato, hold your fire, turn round. Excellent stuff. So the range is nearly 3 kilometers. Speed is 15 knots. It's just pelting away a little bit. I think we're about ready to fire, so let's just go for it, eh? Just waiting to turn our turrets again, but we have got a full salvo off now. Oh, that's got to wreck it. 460 millimeters of high explosive shells right to the face. There we go. Yeah, we're not going to pursue any further. We're going to order a retreat and that will do it for today, I think. We're just going to make sure we don't get any serious collisions. We're going to tell everyone to stop, I think. And I'll see you back on the map. And with that, we have 14.2 thousand tons of shipping sunk again, with 12 command points gained, which is brilliant. That would go towards a second surface fleet, I think. Although I have been thinking about actually turning in the Ryujo and seeing if we can afford a Shokaku so that we can get more planes in the air. We'll have a look at that. We'll see actually just how much it costs. Excuse me. That would cost, I think, 120. Yeah, that's more expensive than Yamato actually. So maybe quite a while before we get that. Might be a better idea to actually just upgrade Guadalcanal a bit. It's a little more realistic, I think, because we already have ships over here that we can use for that. But in the meantime, I've been the Edified Gamer. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to hear your feedback in the comments section below. I hope you've been enjoying the series so far. It's only going to get better from here with Yamato. This is where we start getting truly aggressive. So thank you very much for watching again, and I hope to see you later. Hope all your nights and days are auspicious. Goodbye.